Hi, this is Sana Fardeen and welcome to India Today, and we have with us the team of 36 Days. So the last line in the trailer says, she is not who we think she is. So I want to ask both of you, as actors, there's a lot of perceptions and myths about you people. Tell me, what is that one thing that just freaked you out when you heard about yourself? And you were like, this is not what is
In
the truth.
real?
Yeah, in real.
There's always some sort of gossip and chat that is there, but nothing shocks me because I'm in the entertainment line. Nothing shocks you anymore. I don't know what should be.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say anything.
They're all nice to you.
No, like no one's gossiping about me. I'm clearly not doing something right. I have no clue, genuinely.
Vishal, is there something someone told about you that you heard?
People don't even know me yet, so there's not much to talk about.
We'll start a rumor about you.
Oh yeah, please.
Please do.
Let's, like she said,
Something
I'm a vampire.
spicy, huh?
I'm a
Something
vampire.
Vishal, you tell me, what is about this thrill genre that attracts you so much? Like, we think about thriller, and I think one of the names that comes to mind today is Vishal Phulia.
I think it's a very collective, collaborative work to make a thriller, because
Yeah.
every department, starting from the writer to all the technical departments on set, the producers, and then the actors, everybody has to contribute equally to get it in place, right? So that is a big kick for me, because that's my kind of process.
Yeah.
I really enjoy collaborating with each and every person, talking to them, getting their feedback on what they think about that particular scene, be it the DOP, be it the actor, be it the producer, and then see how we can together make it a very impactful scene. So that's my kick. Also, it's a art form where editing becomes very important, sound becomes very important. Those are my two favorite things to do after the shoot has happened, where of course you need to create that mood and have the right environment for the story to move forward. So it's a very technical heavy genre, and I'm a person who comes from a technical background, so I really enjoy
Yeah.
that genre.
And as actors, like, of course, tell me, what is it about thriller genre that attracts you? Because most people would want to kind of enjoy doing emotional scenes, like that's how the perception is, or drama. But what is it about thriller? Because there's a lot of reality in it. You cannot just over express or over emote. So is that the thing that kind of just
I think this show isn't, I won't say it's a pure thriller. There's actually a fair amount of emotional,
Yeah.
high octave drama in it. The underlying theme is, of course, it is a thriller because it's a whodunit. But I think each of the families, they all have a very serious sort of emotional quotient and some sort of emotional crisis happening. And I would say that really kind of elevates the suspense, because it makes everyone a suspect. You see that everyone sort of in their own universes
Yeah.
could have motive to do what they do. And here I don't think we felt that much of it being a pure thriller. It was a mix of everything, as Vishal keeps saying. Neha's borrowed it. I think I might
can
as well
borrow
do
it
it. I might as well do it. It's like a mixed bale.
Oh.
And Vishal will be the best person to tell you why he thinks it's a mixed bale.
yes, Vishal?
Yeah, so I mean, this show has all kinds of characters. So there is one very upper rich class family, then there is a lower middle class family who has ambitions to become rich and to be equal. Then there is a Pasi family, who are quite old, they are quite ancient in their head, but they are still living in the same society. And then there is Neha, who comes in as a catalyst to
Yeah.
create havoc in their lives. So it has everything, it has a bit of comedy, it has a bit of tragedy, it has a lot of emotions, it has a lot of thrill, it has a lot of femme fatale, because that's what she does.
Yeah.
So it is a mixed bag of too many things, everybody will find something interesting in it.
And as audiences, do you guys enjoy thriller?
Definitely. I think it's great fun watching something where you're constantly second guessing the script.
Yeah.
And you want to keep thinking that you're kind of smarter than the creators and you figured it out. But then when you don't figure it out, I think that's the real payoff of a thriller.
Yeah,
Is not
true.
being able to figure out what could be the end of the show or
Absolutely.
the film. I personally enjoy watching it a lot, and now I'm really happy that I've got to be
Amazing.
a part of one as well.
Yeah. Neha, you enjoy it?
I love comedies and thrillers.
Okay.
It has to be in equal measures because thrillers drive me a little crazy, and then I have to become normal by watching comedies. So I think I enjoy both genres
Yeah.
the most.
I've always been fascinated, like as a director, do you like tell the secret to your actors or you just keep that hidden? Like, because of course shooting would be a little, yeah.
I mean, in this particular case, I guess everybody wanted to know who the killer was. I think we did hide it for a bit, and then at some point we had to tell because everybody wanted to know कि भाई मैं कर रहा हूँ कि कोई दूसरा कर रहा है। तो but हमने बहुत छुपाने की कोशिश की कुछ हद तक क्योंकि हम नहीं बोलना चाह रहे थे, नहीं कहना चाह रहे थे because we wanted to play it that way, and that's the story is also that way. Everybody is a suspect, right?
Absolutely.
So the show starts with the characters being shown in one light, but by the end of the show you will see that they have a complete dual personality to what they were, and that's what the show is about, and that's what unravels this whole mystery.
Right.
So
right.
yeah.
Did you guys guess right?
No, I think it was interesting because I was like, क्या मैं मारूंगी? Pooja was like, am I going to be the killer? And then someone else was like, maybe I'm the killer. So even amongst us, we were like, who's going to be the actual culprit? And Vishal is absolutely right. If it were up to him, he would not tell anyone of
Wow.
this. I think we just bugged him so much. He was like, will you all shut up? Then I'll tell you. Stop asking me. But it does add a level of intrigue,
Absolutely.
even to the scene, because you know when you have to pretend to be a certain character and have a certain kind of motive, I think it's fun even for an actor
Absolutely.
to try and keep the people in the scene also guessing, and everyone is a suspect,
Absolutely.
literally. So it's actually a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Neha, tell me, as Vishal rightly mentioned, the femme fatale factor comes to place when it comes to your character. Tell me, when you get such glamorized roles, like, is there a fear also of being stereotyped in such roles because everyone kind of looks at you in a certain way in that glamorous zone?
I don't know necessarily because I feel like all my roles have not been similar. Like there's Illegal where I'm a lawyer who's definitely not glamorous anywhere, and then there's this where Vishal's shown her in a certain way. So I feel on screen my characters have all been very different, and that's been a choice that I've made very a significant choice for me. So I don't think on screen, maybe off screen with social media and stuff, people tend to assume that, or you know, generally what the perception they have of you. But no, I don't think I'm getting typecast anytime soon.
Amazing. Also in the trailer we see how everyone's just passing comments on her. When it comes to objectifying women, like what's the take when you guys sit down that there should be a thin line, that it shouldn't look vulgar? Neha, do you kind of give inputs that how I should be projected on screen?
So for me, I come from a very conservative, in a good way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not using conservative as a very
Maybe a
negative
culturally
word.
rich.
Yes.
Yeah.
I come from a family where I tend to not choose roles which are over the top or, you know, something that could hurt someone's feelings, including mine.
Yeah.
So for me, the choice is very clear that it has to be a certain something that I can do on screen and certain something that I cannot. With Farah's character, I think because, you know, as you must have seen from the trailer, everybody's peeping into each other's homes. So now if Vishal has to show Farah a certain glamorous woman, I don't know, बैठ के चाय पीते हुए Farah is not a very glamorous image of Farah. I feel like her going for a swim and the pool adds to that. So, you know, I feel like that fit into the script and it was a need for the script. So when it's been done for the story to move forward, I think it's justified, and I wouldn't do it for अरे चलो अभी एक bikini scene डाल देते हैं film में. It's not like that. So for me, if it's there for the right reasons, I'm in, and if it's not, then I'm not interested.
Yeah, but have you lost on roles because you had
lots and lots?
Oh.
Yes.
Shruti, for you also, maybe there was a phase where you were stereotyped as this bubbly girl next door. How difficult does it get for an actor to kind of just break that image, like that desire to break that image?
Do you have the desire?
You know, actually, I did a film called Rajniti, which
Yes.
very strategically broke that image, and I remember people calling me saying, "What have you done?" I was like, "I just acted, man. That's what I did." Like, no, that's not who you are. I was like, "Yeah, it's not me. It's a character I'm playing." But it does happen. You know, you tend to leave a certain imprint on people's minds.
Yeah.
And yes, there is a certain type of face that one is sort of, you know, you're born with it. You can't really help it. So yeah, you would naturally look like, yeah, this would be perfect for her, and let's put her in
Absolutely.
this particular character. And I think also your vibe as a person, one tends to think, yeah, this would be great. She would be a perfect fit for a particular kind of role. But that's the challenging part. The fun part is to say, okay, let's put her there where people will not
Absolutely.
expect her, and then let's see what happens. And for me, Rajniti was that that defining moment in my career. After that, it's really funny because whenever I get called now for characters, the first thing they tell me, मैम वो ना अब नेगेटिव कैरेक्टर है, आपने बहुत पॉजिटिव कर लिया ना, अभी नेगेटिव है. I was like, okay. So I think because I've had a certain image,
Yeah.
thanks to Shararat,
Of
I
course.
think, and of course also Comedy Circus, because I was hosting a
Yes.
show that was only about fun and laughter. People always imagine me to be in characters that are funny and
Yeah.
humorous and light-hearted and girl next door. So for me, something like playing Radhika is great fun.
Amazing.
Because she just does so many things that are not who I am as a person, and yet I completely relate to all that behavior.
Amazing.
And I feel everyone in this show has had that.
Yeah.
I think I can speak for all actors.
Yeah.
They've all had a chance to do things that they wouldn't ordinarily
Wow.
do. So
But stereotyping is a thing in the industry,
Yes.
and they do put not even actors, just even directors in boxes. You know, कि
Yeah.
ये तो सिर्फ horror ही करता है. Like for me, it's more all the horror scripts come to
Yeah.
me. The rest they don't. They go to other directors who have been stereotyped in that particular genre. So for that, then you have to find something which is different. So for me, this show was again an attempt at doing a character drama, because though it's a thriller, it is a very character-based
Yeah.
drama, right? So for me, it is. I know that I can do that, and I want to explore that.
Yeah.
And so working with all of these different types of characters and showing that I can do that also, and not just thrill and not just horror, not just play with ghosts, but can play with humans also.
Right.
I had to prove a point. So this show came at the right time, and it
Absolutely.
helps me to also to tell the makers and the producers
Yeah, that
that
like-
please look at me for different
Yeah.
kinds of things also, not just horror.
But I also feel it's a very thin line, because you know that if you stick to that stereotype, you'll get constant work. But then there's this desire to actually break out from that.
So I think stereotyping honestly has more to do with the lack of imagination of creators, because they lack the imagination to
Yeah.
imagine that, oh, this person could also be this character, or a director could also, you know, it's the same craft. It's not like people who come with horror bring a different skill set, or
yeah.
someone who comes to do comedy brings a different skill set. A director can literally play with every kind of script. And yes, you know, you may show a certain deftness in a certain genre, but that doesn't mean that you lack it in another genre.
Absolutely.
And that holds true for actors as well.
Yeah.
If you want to see me in a certain character, while I may look a certain part organically, there is a reason why there is makeup, and there is a reason why there is styling. The idea is to
And talent.
make and
Yeah.
talent. They help aid the process of changing people and their perception. And
Absolutely.
I think we need to just start doing that more. And I think all actors have been waiting for that to happen, where I want to be called for something, even I am not sure of
Yeah.
being able to play. That would be a lot of faith
Right.
that makers are putting in my talent, and I think all of us would like that as a challenge for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that opportunity came for you when it comes to OTT, because you've been doing some fabulous roles. Tell me, how does it feel like the wait has been long, that Bollywood did not offer me the kind of roles that I deserved?
Okay, that's a heavy-handed statement, but I feel like there's a lot. I'm not going to say it in a negative way, because I feel like there's so much that goes on when you're making a film,
Yeah.
and the producers are here to make money. So when they see that, you know, a particular role which is like illegal, which is also backed as hell, and I feel like they would probably go to another actor who'd give them maybe 100 crore at the box office guaranteed, they probably opt for that person. Where there is a little risk involved when you take someone you're unsure of how much will be a Friday collection, then they are a little. But with OTT, I feel like now the makers, the directors, the team has an option to pick the person who fits the part. I feel that's happening a lot, and I think that's a beautiful feeling, because now you can be part of shows where maybe you were not part of earlier. So yeah, it's I feel like it's a beautiful thing. I feel both 36 Days and Illegal are two shows that I've done, and I'm forever grateful, because those are both roles that I have really enjoyed, and I think my fans finally can say they're watching something that they like me in. So yeah.
Shruti, for you also, post Shararat, of course, the television would have opened a lot more doors, but you did not go into that medium. Tell me, what was the reason behind it? And because that would have kind of given you instant fame, a lot of money, and of course the fandom that comes along when it comes to TV.
Well, to be honest, Shararat has pretty much given me that. Having said that, when Shararat ended, I remember I didn't have the time, and I didn't even have the inclination, very honestly, to want to do what shows were very popular back then, which were largely kitchen politics, you know, a lot of family dramas that were shot a certain way, that projected women a certain way, that had very similar storylines. And yes, while they were hugely popular, I think I enjoyed staying in the magical zone and sticking to kids programming. They're a very loyal audience. They also grow up and keep loving you. So it's a win-win from so many angles. But I think for me, I remember when I just finished Shararat, I had to say, okay, now maybe I'll have to wear the Mangal Sutra and the sindoor in my head and play that bahu of the typical Indian soap operas. And I did a show which was just 2 episodes, and they made me change, I think, 75 saris in 2 episodes. It was a total of 9 days of shoot, and I changed 75 saris. And I remember I became blind in the show, so then I was made to wear a white sari. Then it was so bizarre, that show. And, and the director was very cute, because he was, before that show, he used to do horror shows on television. And then he was suddenly given the show, which was a dharmic show. So he was like, yeah, from where I was doing, you know, sounds of gunshots, now I'm sitting there doing sounds of bells. I don't know what's going on. And I used to reach that set. I had put it in my contract, I'll work 9 to 9. I was very particular about my work timings. So I remember the set, everyone used to come in by 10:30, 11. And I used to be ready on set. And the AD would call the director and say, sir, आ जाइए जल्दी, वो श्रुति सफेद साड़ी पहन के भूत के जैसे घूम रही है सेट पे. But those 9 days and those 70 odd saris, I was like, this is not my jam. I will not survive a day in a soap opera. So I think I just cried every single day of that shoot, and I was waiting for it to end. I was like, I can't do this. And they were making me wear matching bangles, and I was a matching sari shop, and it was bothering me so much. And at one point I asked an AD, I said, yaar, मैं अंधी हूँ, मैं matching कपड़े कैसे पहन रही हूँ? How is this happening? And she just said, ma'am, TV है, TV पे ना अगर मौत भी होगा तो साड़ी matching पहन के मारेंगे. I was like, what does this even mean? And I think I had come out of a world of Shararat, which was, in a way, it was magical, right? It was fantastical, but this was real fantasy. I was like, how is a blind widow wearing matching clothes? And it was just too bizarre. So I was like, boss, this ain't going to work for me. And I think, you know, maybe I just put that vibe out there that no such roles ever came my way. So I never had to say no to them, thankfully. I will not lie, they do give you lots of money and they make you very, very, very famous. But I think I was okay compromising on it. I said, okay, this much money and this much fame will work for me. I'm totally all right. I just could not do it. It was not.
Go back and look for this.
No, you can't. It's, thank God, I think it has disappeared from whatever archives of television existed. Nobody has ever found it. I won't even tell you the name of the show. I won't tell you the name of the show, but it was very, very bizarre. So, yeah, it was, I don't know if it was by accident or by design. Luckily, I never got work like that, and thank God stereotyping worked in my favor. They were like, "ये ऐसी नहीं लग सकती." I said, "हाँ नहीं, मैं ऐसे नहीं लग सकती." So it didn't happen, and thankfully, a lot of other great work has come my way, and I hope it continues. And I hope I get that psychological drama and that horror show that we've been angling for, me and Neha, and the Marathi films.
Already writers have been told to write it. It's going on. It's on. By the end of the day.
Amazing. But what a story, Shruti, to tell, like so many young actors.
My God.
Vishal, I also wanted to ask you, with Chori, of course, the kind of love that a thriller got on OTT, because we always think that a thriller or a horror film is best viewed on the big screen. Tell me about that experience, and has OTT also kind of changed lives of filmmakers?
Absolutely. I was just saying earlier that Applause and BBC is one company who these two companies, I have worked with them for the second time now. The first time they offered me a show, Criminal Justice, which was the very first season of Criminal Justice. So all thanks to them, the BBC company and Samir Nair from Applause, who trusted me with Criminal Justice at that time, because I was just one film old, one Marathi film old, which was just a small Marathi horror film. But he trusted me with such a big show with Vikrant Masse and Jackie Dada and Pankaj Tripathi and all of that at that time, which really changed my life around. And now at this point of time, again something interesting has been offered to me, and they have given me complete freedom to do this show, the way I wanted it. So I think it has really changed a lot of things for makers. They are able to explore a lot more than earlier what they could. So it is a blessing. I just hope that they stick to the ideals that they started the OTT platform with. They have an audience who is demanding a certain kind of, not a certain kind, actually a variety of programs. Big data shows that a certain program works, so keep making more of those. Fine, do that, but also help to bring up other genres is my wish, and I hope that OTT platforms are listening and they give a variety of shows out there, not just the shows that work on big data. That's not the audience. There's a whole lot of new audience out there who is watching everything on all OTT platforms, so please listen and make those shows.
And I have to ask you, what's the update on Chori 2?
Chori 2 is releasing very, very soon. We are ready with the film. We are just waiting for a date, and it will come very soon. And it's bigger and better and scarier, and it has Nusrat and Soha both. So it's going to be an interesting mix of things.
Amazing. And I'll say it on record that Criminal Justice season 1 was the best.
Thank you.
And because you guys mentioned how much you love thriller, we have a short game for you. I'll give you the synopsis of a film name. You have to guess which film it is.
Okay.
No, we weren't very good at this.
Earlier
But
we were.
yes, played it. Inspector Shekhawat and his wife are stunned when their son dies. While his wife openly struggles to deal with their loss, he distracts himself by solving the mysterious death of an actor. I'll give you a hint, there's also a ghost involved in this film.
A Talash?
Yes.
Wow. He's an
Ghost
artist,
bola to thoda sa I thought maybe that's the angle.
When the disappearance of a police woman's son threatens to ruin Vijay's family, he leaves no stone unturned in order to shield his family. Another hint I'll give you, 2nd October.
Drishyam.
Oh God, I'm obviously terrible. Can you not film us? Just put the camera on him. We're not here.
Akash, a piano player pretending to be visually impaired.
I know. Which one is it?
I got it. Stop stealing my credit.
I hope they shot you
Please,
guys.
you ask something that I know. Any question?
This Vishal will get it.
A girl comes into a community of 4 families and a murder happens and everyone is a suspect. What is it?
Hemant and Sakshi, a married couple, are forced to move out their home and seek refuge in a remote house. However, she soon experiences supernatural events which threatens her life.
Chori.
Oh,
That's very easy.
एक तो पूछ लो जो मुझे पता हो, कोई भी.
You got
Shruti, we are
Andhadhun.
very sorry. No,
No, don't
Shruti,
cheat.
But
very
you both
sorry,
should watch
but
Shori now, you know.
Yes,
It's
yes.
important. You should know
Yeah, yeah.
Hemant and Sakshi's
Yes,
story.
yes,
So
yes.
next time when we do a
Then I'll
interview,
answer
then
it.
you should be the one answering, not me.
Okay.
It is a bit scary. I mean, you can
Karan?
live through it.
Karan decides to cheat Raj, a businessman, by getting Priya, his lover, married to him so that they can claim his wealth. However, when Priya falls in
I
love
have
with
a feeling
Raj
I know this.
and leaves Karan, he seeks revenge.
I know this thing. I
Give us a hint,
know.
give us a hint.
Okay.
Race?
Animal.
No.
One of the actor was part of Animal.
Bobby's in it. I know. I have a feeling about this film, but I can't
The actress was in Ka Hona Pyar Hai.
Hamraz.
Yeah, Hamraz.
Okay.
Okay, the last
Wow,
one.
it was like
This
ages
is a
back.
new film, okay, so you should get it. A family outing takes a terrifying turn when an intruder takes over the body of the teenage daughter, putting her at
Drishyam.
No. Right now, with Ajay Devgan and
Yes.
oh no, what's it called?
devil
Shaitan,
in
Shaitan.
Hindi.
Shaitan.
You said it.
I'm terrible.
Chalo, de do Shruti ko.
No, but at least you got it. Yeah.
Good Shruti. At least you got something.
Yes, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope the next time we interview someone else, we'll put 36 days in.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, please do that. Thank you.